Hello, dear students. Welcome to online lecture series. Myself, Mrs. Shilpa Patil from SVKT College, Devlali Camp. Today we will see our chapter number 3, Advanced JavaScript. And the topics I am going to deal with are Introduction to JavaScript and Switch Case and Looping Structures. Now we will see switch case and different looping structures. Switch case statement is used to perform different actions based on different conditions. It is a built-in multi-way decision statement. Means the switch statement tests the value of given expression against a list of case values. So first the switch expression is evaluated. If the value of the expression finds the match, then a block of statements associated with that case is executed. But the important thing that the value for the case must be of the similar data type as the variable. Means if the variable is of the data type number, then that value in the case should be a number only. And the default statement is not compulsory. It is optional. This is the syntax of switch case. Switch expression curly bracket case value 1 statement block 1 break statement. Then the next case value 2 statement block 2 break statement. So in this way we can write number of case values with number of statements, and the last we can write the default value with the default statement. Close this switch case with the curly bracket. Here we can see the flow chart. Here condition expression is written inside the bracket. Case condition 1, if this condition matches this case condition 1, it will execute the first statement. If it doesn't matches, it will go to the next case. So case condition 2, if it matches, then it will execute this statement 2. Again, if it doesn't match, it will go to the next case. In this way, at the last is the default value. So if it doesn't match any case, it will execute the default statement and it will exit the switch case. Here is the example of switch case. We are taking one variable day equal to 6, means value of day is equal to 6. Switch day is the variable here in the bracket. Now case 1 means if the value is equal to 1, it will display this message Monday. If the value of day is 2, it will display the message Tuesday. If the value is 3, Wednesday. In this way we are taking all the 7 values. Case 7, Sunday. And if the value is not between 1 and 7, then here we are taking the default message, default alert invalid day. If the value is not between 1 and 7, it will display the alert message invalid day. Here we have taken value equal to 6, so you can see the output here. Output is displayed as Saturday. One more example of switch case, new date. New date is the object here, date object, and get day, with get day it returns the day of the week from 0 to 6. Here we are taking the case values, case 4, case 5, means if it is Thursday and Friday, we are going to display the message soon it is weekend. If the case value is 0, case value is 6, then we are going to display the message it is weekend. Means if it is Saturday or Sunday, it will display the message weekend. And if the value is not between these, that is 0, 4, 5, 6, then the default value we are going to display the message looking forward to the weekend. Looping statements. While creating programming logic, we need to execute some statements repeatedly. Iteration refers to the execution of statement or a group of statements of code till the condition is satisfied. Here the first loop is the for loop. So this loop executes statements as long as condition becomes true. The control comes out from the loop when the condition becomes false. Here is the syntax: for in bracket initialization semicolon condition semicolon iteration, then curly bracket statement block and closing curly bracket. Here you can see the flow chart. First we have to write the for. We are taking the here one example for I equal to 1. So this is the initial value of I is equal to 1. Then this is the condition I less than equal to 5. And iteration means here you can write the increment or decrement operator. I plus plus, here we are increasing the value of I by 1. Now in curly bracket we are writing here document dot write I means display the value of I. Here you can say, see here start condition. So first it checks the condition. Now here value of I is equal to 1. It will check the condition. If I is less than equal to 5, yes, now I is equal to 1. So it is true. So it will execute the statement, means it will display 1. Again iteration means increment operator is there, I plus plus means it will increase the value of I by 1. Now I will become 2. Again it will check the condition, I less than equal to 5, yes. So the condition is true, so it will execute the statement. So it will display, means it will write next value of I, that is 2. Again increment of value of I, that is I will become 3. Again it will check the condition I less than equal to 5. Yes, true. So it will 3, 4, 5. Then after 5 it will increase the value of I by 1, that is I equal to 6. It will check the condition I less than equal to 5. No, the value is false, and then it will come out of the for loop. Here you can see one more example of for loop. We are writing here the program to display the table of the number entered by the user. Here we have written the function display. In this function we have taken two variables, variable I and variable A. A is equal to form1 dot t1 dot value. So that is the value entered by the user. So that value is stored in this variable A. Then for loop for I equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus, document dot write A into I. A is the number entered by the user. Here suppose we want to display table of 5, so A is equal to 5. So A into I means this I will be multiplied by A, means 5 into 1. Here you can see this answer 5. Then value of I is increased from 1 to 10. So 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 5 into 3. In this way it will display the table of 5. Value of I will increase from 1 to 10. Next type of loop is while loop. So this loop executes statements as long as the condition is true. As soon as condition becomes false, control comes out of the loop. Here you can see the syntax: initialization, while in bracket, condition, opening curly bracket, statement block, closing curly bracket. Here you have to write the curly brackets if there are more than one statements. If there is only one statement, you can omit these curly brackets. Here you can see one example, variable I equal to 1 while I less than equal to 5, document dot write I equal to I plus 1. So when this program is executed, initial value of I is equal to 1, while here the condition is given while I less than equal to 5. Now value of I is equal to 1 means the condition is true. So it will execute this statement, means it will display value of I, that is 1. Next statement is I equal to I plus 1 means value of I is increased by 1. Now I will become 2. Again it will go in this condition while I less than equal to 5. Now value of I is 2. So the condition is true. So again the statement is executed. It will print value of I as 2. Again it will increase the value of I by 1. So it will continue this loop till the last value, that is 5. After that value, the condition becomes false, means when value of I becomes 5, the condition becomes false and it will come out of the while loop. One more example of while loop here. Initial value of the variable I is equal to 0 while condition is given here, while I is less than 10. We are writing the number is, means we are writing the value of I, then we are incrementing the value of I by 1, I plus plus. Now when this program is executed, first initial value of I is equal to 0. It will check the condition while I less than 10. So it will print the number is. The value of I is 0. So it will write the number is 0. Now the value of I is increased by 1. So I will become 1. Again it will go in the while loop while I less than 10. So now I is 1 means it is less than 10. The condition is true. So it will execute the statement. So it will print the number is 1. Again it will increment the value of I by 1. Now I will become 2. So in this way till 9 it will print the numbers. After 9 I plus plus means value of I becomes 10. Now it will check the condition I less than 10. No. So it will terminate the program. Break and continue are the two statements used inside the programs. Break statement is used to jump out of the loop. It is used to make an early exit from a loop. When keyword break is encountered inside the loop, control automatically passes to the next statement after the loop. Continue statement. Sometimes it is necessary to skip statement block and take the control at the beginning for the next iteration. So this is done by using continue statement in JavaScript. Here you can see example of break. First variable I, for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. If I equal to 3, break. Document dot write, the number is plus I. So when this program is executed, first initial value of I is equal to 0. It check the condition here, if I equal to 3, break. Now value of I is 0. So it will write the number is 0. Then I plus plus, so it will increase the value of I by 1. Now I becomes 1. If I equal to 3, break. So next statement is document dot write. The number is 1. Then again next value of I plus plus, so I becomes 2. Again if I equal to 3, break. So document dot write, the number is 2. Again I plus plus. Now value of I becomes 3. If I equal to 3, break. So because of this break statement, the loop comes out of the program and the only 3 values are printed here, 0, 1 and 2. Now next you can see continue statement. Example of continue statement here. Variable I, for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. if I equal to 3, continue. Document dot write the number is plus I. Means same example we are using in both the programs. Both the programs are same, just we have changed the statements. In the first we have used break and here we are using continue statement. So you can see the difference. Now when the program with this continue statement is executed here, initial value of I is equal to 0. If condition is there, if I equal to 3, continue. Document dot write the number is plus I. So it will print the first value of I, that is the number is 0. Then it will increase the value of I by 1 because of this increment operator. It checks the condition if I equal to 3. No. So value of I is 1. So it will print this. The number is 1. Then next statement, the number is 2. Again it will increase the value of I by 1. That is I becomes 3. Now it will check if I equal to 3, continue. So it will not execute the next statement after the continue. It will take the next value of I now. So I plus plus I will become 4. Then if I equal to 3, no. So now it will execute this statement, the number is 4. Then it will increase the value of I by 1. So till the last value, that is I less than 10, it will repeat this loop, for loop. So the last value or the last statement in this output is the number is 9. So this is the example of break and continue. Here you can see one more example. Here we have used for loop and break statement. Now this is the program to check whether the given number is a prime number. Here we have written the function display. We have taken two variables here, variable answer and variable a. A is equal to parse integer form1 dot t1 dot value. So this is the value entered by the user. Parse integer will convert that value into integer and that value is stored in the variable a. Next variable answer is equal to 1. For loop for I equal to 2, I less than a, I plus plus. Means here initial value of I is equal to 2, I less than a, means we will take some number, so we will increase the value of I from 2 to that number I plus plus. Here curly bracket, if I a mod I equal to 0, answer is equal to 0, means we will divide that number by value of I. Means suppose if that number is 5, we will divide 5 by I. Now value of I will start from 2. So 5 mod 2, it will check the condition here. If loop is there, if a mod I equal to 0, answer equal to 0. If the number is divisible, means if the remainder is 0, it will immediately break the loop. It will come out of the loop if the number is divisible. Then the next statement is if answer equal to 1, means if that number is not, if the remainder is not equal to 0, alert number is prime, else alert number is not prime. Here you can see input type equal to button, value equal to check prime number, on click equal to display. So display is the function here which we have written to check the number, whether the number is prime or not. Here you can see the output. Here user have entered the number 100. When user clicks here check prime number, so it will run the program and this is the output. The number is not prime.